it changed so much within those last decades. It's not about the product anymore. Because as a society, we are full. There is nothing that we truly need. I mean,
Mhm.
we all have a dishwasher and we have a washing machine and we have a fridge and we have all the amenities and all the nice things. So it's about why would you want to choose this brand over that brand?
Welcome to Story Power, a bi monthly podcast where my guests and I chat about stories and creativity in all different styles and formats. My name is Lucinda Sage-Midgorden, and my goal is to promote what Dale Carnegie stated in his famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. He said, instead of condemning people, let's try to understand them. Let's try to figure out why they do what they do. That's a lot more profitable and intriguing than criticism, and it breeds sympathy, tolerance, and kindness. To know all is to forgive all. It's my firm belief that the goal of most creative people is to try to understand themselves and others. That's what makes artwork of all kinds so compelling. But more than that, the personal stories of my guests promote understanding as well. Roger C. Schenck, a cognitive scientist, said, human beings are not ideally set up to understand logic. They are ideally set up to understand stories. It's my hope that Story Power will help us understand each other better by sharing the stories of my guests. Hello, Story Power listeners. Today is episode 127, and I'm talking to Christian Schu. I hope I said your name right.
Absolutely, Lucinda. Thank you
Oh,
so
good.
much for
Oh,
having
that's
me.
good. And I'm so happy that you're here today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, yes, it is. It's a pleasure to talk to you. And it's afternoon where you live in Germany. It's early morning, well, relatively speaking, early morning here in Arizona. When you contacted me, I was really interested in your idea of filmmaking. And I like this quote from your bio. You use filmmaking and advertising as storytelling arts. And I thought, I've never thought of advertising as a storytelling art before. So I want you to tell more about your business and what you do.
Sure, sure. Well, basically, I'm a filmmaker focused on commercial advertising. So I'm the one behind campaigns for bigger companies, for smaller companies. It totally depends. Most of my clients these days are from the hi-fi and or hi-fi high-end industry.
Uh-huh.
Um, that I develop stories for them and then bring them to the screen. Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
basically more or less that's it what I'm doing. Yeah. But of course there is a huge variety from here until there. And
Yeah.
what, because you've been asking this already just now, I want to dive right into it. You mentioned you are curious about the storytelling behind it. And the thing
Mhm.
is that everything changed in the advertising industry from 30, 40, 50 years ago. You've been able to show a product and that
Mhm.
product was working well, yeah, and the people would buy it because
Mhm.
maybe there was one or two or three options that you
Mhm.
have this kind of product. So the people will be like, yeah, I need one of that. So yeah, okay, I go with the one that have the most functionality or have the most possibility for me to use. It's either the smallest because I have a small house, I have the biggest, I have a big house, all right, something like that.
Mhm.
But it changed so much within those last decades. It's not about the product anymore. Because as a society, we are full. There is nothing that we truly need. I mean,
Mhm.
we all have a dishwasher and we have a washing machine and we have a
Mhm.
fridge and we have all the amenities and all the nice things. So it's about why would you want to choose this brand over that brand?
Oh, yeah.
And
Mhm.
this is where I come in, and this is where I'm telling a story about, yeah, for example, why this fridge is better than that fridge. And it's not
Mhm.
about is it really better or not? Hopefully it is, yeah. But at the end is about the story that resonates with the audience. It's all about that. If you watch a 30 seconds commercial and you feel like, oh, this, if I buy this product, that brings me further, or that that is something that I stand for. I can stand with the values of this company and the
Mhm.
values they are showing there. Yeah, then this is your product and you will most likely buy it. So, but that's all story driven. It doesn't
Mhm.
have anything to do with the product itself. Because, I mean, I take fridge as an example, but basically, what is the fridge doing? Cooling things. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
more or less the same. There
Right.
is no
Yes.
big difference. Maybe this one have a lower consumption of energy than the other one. All right, but it's more or less the same. Yeah, they are
Mhm.
all nice,
Mhm.
they're all shiny, whatever you want. Maybe this brand have it in 10 different colors, the other one have it in 5 different colors. If that is something important for you, yeah, you will choose the colorful
Mhm.
ones. But basically, they keep things refrigerated. That's it. That's
Yeah.
what they are there
Right.
for.
So
So far, yeah.
So I'm thinking, my husband's an avid Apple user, and their commercials are sort of like that. They're telling a story about the product, but there have been lots of books written about the company and their zeitgeist, if you want to call it that. The company, the way they function with each other.
Yeah.
So do you tell that kind of story as well about the company and their mission statements? And do you use those in the advertising as well?
As well, I mean, it always depends on the company itself and what
Oh,
is their target audience, what are their goals.
uh-huh.
So basically, when I start with a new client of mine, I will spend hours and hours and hours in marketing meetings because I need to understand who are we talking to? Who is
Yeah.
the end customer? As an example, I mean, I'm also an Apple user because I'm in the creative field. Most of the
Mhm.
people in creative fields, they are using Apple. It's very normal.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's um, because it's easy. Yeah, but this is a very, let's say, broad market. I mean, Apple is a huge company, and we are talking about millions and millions of customers that
Mhm.
needs to, yeah, they need to like their advertisement more or less. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, with my hi-fi market
Mhm. Mhm.
clients, they are more a lot more niche companies, niche
Ah,
to fit. Yeah, because we're talking about people who love to listen to music, but not like you have in a sound bar and it's standing around and you're listening to it, like
yes.
Alexa or I don't know, Siri, HomePod from Apple, something
Mhm.
like that. We're
Uh-huh.
talking about audio files, like the people who love music and who spend a
Mhm.
fortune on these things.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it narrows down to a very small niche of, yeah, audio enthusiasts. And then it narrows more down to, okay, those people we are talking to, are they hi-fi nerds? Do they love
Mhm.
to know how many, I don't know, transistors and chips and whatever it is,
Uh,
tubes, amplifier tubes is in that product?
uh-huh.
Or do they have a different approach? Are they are going to be like, I'm very interested into the design. It must look good in my home.
Mhm.
It's more
Mhm.
like a statement. For example, one company I'm doing content for is Bang& Olufsen. I don't know if you have heard of them.
Oh,
It's a
no.
top-notch luxury brand from Denmark, super expensive, but their approach is a totally different approach than for the audiophiles, standard
Uh,
audiophile. They are more like our loudspeakers, our amplifiers, whatever we build is a piece of art and will align perfectly in your luxurious living room.
Oh, I
So
see.
when it comes to the target group, we are talking about a very diverse target group. Mostly audiophile
Mhm,
stuff is
mhm.
90% men, yeah? Masculine brands. They love music, like those kind of guys, yeah, who love to listen to music. But Bang& Olufsen, on the other hand, the lady decides what will fit into the living room. And only if the lady says, yeah, this thing I like, this is a nice piece of art, then the husband is allowed to pay for it at the end. Yeah? So that's why their approach is a totally different approach. Yes, music is very important, but what is more important is the design, that you can customize everything. You can choose you want to have pine wood or oak wood or nut, a walnut a tree cupboard,
Mhm.
or you want to have acrylic or metal, and what kind of metal. And it's crazy what you can customize. It's almost like a car, you can choose
Oh,
every detail. The price also almost like a car. Yeah, so yeah, but it's a different way, and they work with each other. I mean, the standard receiver is you need to go there, you need to push a button. The system knows who you are, so it will load your preferred settings already. So the system knows when the wife coming into the home, into the house, or when the husband coming into the house, and will adjust accordingly. It's a
oh,
whole like different world. And of
yes,
course, the target group is different, and therefore
yes,
you need to tell different stories.
right, yes. I'm gonna warn you, we're having unstable internet this morning, so I may have you repeat something, or
Sure.
I may freeze up. Who knows?
Okay,
We
okay.
live.
I hope not.
Well, you were a little. It was broken up a little, but I think I can edit it because you were talking about how the this particular brand customizes so
Yes,
that it's like fits each person individually that lives in the house. And
exactly.
that's wow, that's interesting. So now I have a question about not just the look of the product, but the sound quality, because audiophiles, I think, have a real, uh, they're very picky about the sound quality. So is that part of the storytelling too?
Yes, it is. Usually, it will play a big part in the
Uh-huh.
storytelling. It because it's crucial. I mean,
Right.
that's the main focus of the target group.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever advertising or content, let's say content in general, because
Mm-hmm.
it's all more or less advertising if it's a company doing. Yeah? It must fit the target group's approach of what is a good audio quality.
Mm.
And for example, there are companies out there exist almost 100 years or maybe even longer than that. And they have a special, let's say, like signature sound to
Oh,
to
yeah.
to the target group. And the people who buy those kind of products for a very high price, they know that kind of sound very well. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, that's on the development and R&D side.
Mm-hmm.
They need to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that it's the same
Mm-hmm.
throughout all the devices, because that's
Mm-hmm.
not what I can say. But what I always need to take in consideration when we are talking about storytelling, and content creation and those kind of things is we need to take the heritage of that company. We need to tell a story if it's possible. Like
Uh-huh.
for example,
Uh-huh.
Macintosh Labs is a US brand. They are developing crazy amplifiers for tens of thousands of US dollar,
Mm.
really
Yes.
expensive stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
a very masculine brand. You have a lot of chrome and black metal. Um,
Mm.
the edges are rough of the devices. This is
Mm-hmm.
nothing that most of the women will have it standing in their living room, and they won't find it nice or appealing. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a man thing. It's a masculine thing. So basically, the target group, 90% or maybe even more than that, is men. Yeah, it applies to men. So when we are talking about a storytelling and wherever this story is, or whatever story it's going to be told about that product, what you can always use is a typical male background. For
Mhm.
example, with this would be a lunch club atmosphere
Mhm.
where
Mhm.
you have some Chesterfield sofas, or
Mhm.
chairs, and some cigars and man, real man, the old kind of masculine man
Mhm.
sitting around playing pool table, pool billiard, or sitting
Mhm.
together
Mhm.
chit-chatting. And in the back, there is this device. That's
Mhm.
basically what you need to tell. Every man, the whole target group will be like, "Mm, yeah, that's me. Mm, that's what I like." Yeah?
Mhm. Mhm.
With others, it won't work because you need to apply to a different target group.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you are analyzing not just the company, but their customer base or the
Yeah.
ones that they hope to attract, the customers they hope to attract. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. My
Yes.
brain is not analytical like that, so that must do you have to do keep spreadsheets and that kind
No,
of
no, no. I'm also a bit too creative for that. Ideally, I have a marketing call with the marketing department and they
Oh.
hand me over the details. So I know
Ah.
already who I'm going to talk to, what kind of target
Mhm.
group is their
Mhm.
buyers.
Uh-huh.
Because
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not in research, in marketing research. That's a
Yeah.
different department.
Mhm. Mhm.
I can tell the story if you let me know who are you going to need to
Ah,
attract it to
yes.
for your product. Yeah, I can do that. But please help me with the numbers and help me with the persona. Yeah.
Yes, really. Oh, that would be me too. I don't get that stuff. I can keep
No,
books and good enough to keep, for us to keep our house together, but
yes.
that's about it.
Oh.
So do you ever think you will expand to other kinds of storytelling, or are you just really, is this your niche
Hmm.
in life?
Well, I think I did expand to others already, because
Oh,
I'm doing the hi-fi part and hi-fi clients now since 6 years.
oh,
But before that, I've been working a lot for German speakers, those kind of keynote
oh,
speakers.
right.
So I had a lot of events that I filmed, and
Oh, yeah.
we made online courses for them that they were
Uh-huh.
able to sell online, with a nice environment, of course. I've been working for the WTA, is the Women's Tennis
Uh-huh.
Association.
Uh-huh.
I filmed some behind the scenes of some tennis tournaments in
Oh.
Europe. It's I did many different things.
Uh-huh.
So right now I'm in this niche, I would say, but I also have my other projects. Like right now, just last month, I finished filming my first ever featurette film, which is called Seconds in Eternity. Now I can't tell too much about it, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But what I can tell is, right now it's at all the film festival journeys. That's why it's not
Oh, right.
it's not able to be shown publicly. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I hope that when 2025 is over, because we need to wait until all of the film festivals obviously are done, yeah, and they judged or hopefully awarded us, that we
Yes.
will be able to show it maybe beginning of next year, hopefully. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So.
yes, I have been talking to some filmmakers and film producers, or they
Mhm.
were uh film producers, and
Yeah,
it's such a long process. Even for
it
short
is.
films,
It
it's a
is.
long process.
And this is a featurette, meaning it's between a short and a feature. It got
Oh.
42 minutes.
Oh,
Uh, we started production in October 2022,
oh my
and I
goodness.
was done with it in February 25. So yes, it's a long journey. If you
Yeah.
want to do it good and nice, and that's my
Mm.
approach, then yeah, it takes time. If you think about the big feature films, it takes time to write the script already, 2 or 3 years sometimes. It's
Oh,
crazy long
yes.
time.
Yeah, and then you have to sell the script, and then you have yeah. Yes,
Yes,
it's a long process. So,
yes,
do you do that same kind of thing even with your advertising though? Do you write a little script and have a storyboard of how you're going to
yes.
film it? Oh yeah. Okay.
Basically, yes. The storyboard is something that I try to avoid if I don't have to do it for my
Mm.
client. I'm not doing it because I'm not good in drawing. It looks terrible. Yeah. And the other reason is I'm a very visual person, so I
Ah.
don't need it for myself. I see a room and I know exactly what we can do with that room and what we
Mm.
can't do with that room. I
Mm-hmm.
usually also don't need measurements, something like that,
Right.
because I can see it. I
Yes.
know it
Mm-hmm.
fits or it doesn't fit. So with this, and luckily my most of my clients trust me until that, yeah, or they have the experience with me already. They know, yeah, whatever he's doing, it's working. So
Uh-huh.
I'm lucky with that. But yeah, I'm starting with the story basically.
Uh-huh.
They
Mm-hmm.
after that marketing call that I mentioned before, where I learn all about the target group and the target audience and the products and whatever the company wants from me. After that, I sit down and I'm thinking about how to sell that in a
Mm.
film, in a
Mm-hmm.
content. And nowadays, yeah, like when I was young, there were many commercials. Many people were watching TV, right? They were going to the movies, watching TV, and that's it. There was no Netflix, there was no YouTube. Um, and it changed. The whole commercial advertising industry changed. Back then, you had basically 20 to 30 seconds of time, and you knew already that 90% of the viewers might be not interested in your product, but 10% might be, and they are
Mm-hmm.
interested, and then from there you take it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's totally different because you can target the market so good, so well in Facebook ads and Instagram ads and so on. So you have the possibility that the audience watching your content is interested into the content is way higher because you target them directly, right?
Yes.
And therefore you can tell other stories. You can tell
Mhm.
more details. You can be in the branch or in the genre I am, you can be more technical because the
Mhm.
target audience, they will understand it. They will get
Yes.
it. While 99% of, let's say, not audio files, they don't get what you're talking about. Yeah?
Right.
But it's
Right.
okay because they don't even see it. Yeah?
Right.
It's the same when I scroll through my Instagram feed, or you as well. You
Mhm.
go through
Mhm.
Facebook, through Instagram. Yeah, you see personalized commercials for
Mhm.
you because
Right.
you might be the right target group.
Right.
And that's the reason why all of this changed so much.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Yeah,
It has changed a lot. That's true. And now we have advertising on Amazon and Netflix and
everywhere.
yeah, right. In 1996, my husband and I took a trip around the world, and Germany was one of the places that we stopped
Ah,
because we had some contacts there. And I- and in Europe, the United States is starting to do it this way now. But I remember we were watching TV some nights when we'd been being tourists all day and we were really tired,
yeah.
and
Just
all
wanted
the
to relax.
commercial, yes,
Hmm.
and all the commercials were all in one place, and then you saw the show uninterrupted, and then the commercials were all in one, which it
Yeah.
wasn't like that in the United States. The
Oh,
the show would be
okay.
interrupted by a commercial or commercial break, they would call it, because it
Yeah.
would be more than one commercial. I like it much better where all the commercials are together and then the show is uninterrupted. We
Yeah, that's how I grow up basically, or grew up
right.
basically. There was 1 hour, let's say, yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
from 8 till 9 o'clock in the evening, and that program was interrupted 3 times. Usually after the first 20, no, yeah, 2 to 3 times, depending. If it was a film that was longer than this
Yes.
1 hour only, then it was interrupted less because otherwise the people, yeah, they don't like it. But
Right.
if it was like a show that was really only 1 hour on, it was interrupted, yeah, usually 2 times after 20 minutes and then after 40 minutes, and then that's it. But the commercial interruption was between 5 to 7 minutes.
Mm.
So when I grow up, there was enough time for me to go to the restroom, to get some
Right.
new snacks, to refill my soda or whatever I drink,
Yes.
and then go
Yes.
back, and then you have another 2 or 3 minutes. All right,
Right.
then you will watch that, and then it will start again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it was in the United States, but it was kind of a good thing on especially on family movie nights because when the
Yes.
commercial stopped, then my dad would say, "Okay, so what did you think about that part we just watched and which characters did you
Yes.
like?" and that kind of
Yeah.
thing during the we wouldn't watch the commercials. We
Yeah.
were
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
we were talking about the movie. Um but I kind of like it and I think Amazon and Netflix both do it that way. They limit the times that they interrupt
Yeah.
the story because you get involved in the story and then especially if the commercial comes at in the middle of a sentence or sometimes YouTube does that. The people are in the middle of a sentence and there's a commercial. It's wait a minute, do a better job on figuring out when to put the commercials. But yeah, I can understand why advertisers, people who sell products, wanted Netflix and uh the all of these streaming services to have commercials because regular TV wasn't having commercials anymore. Hello.
Lucinda, I'm sorry.
Oh no,
My
it might
computer,
not.
I have no idea why.
Oh, your computer did it. Oh, okay. Phew, I thought it was me
Just
again.
suddenly like stop, no, nothing anymore.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. We have plenty
Hi.
of time.
Okay.
Um, okay, so we were talking about commercials interrupting stories, and I was
Yes.
going on, and then I noticed, oh, he's frozen. Oh no, what happened? so, um,
Ah,
so, I wrote down the name of your featurette, Seconds in Eternity. Is that what it's called?
that's
Okay,
it.
and
Exactly.
what? Okay, so let's go back to that for a second.
Okay.
What? Which festivals are you going to send it to?
Okay. Altogether, I have it sent to over 90 film festivals. Right now, it's at Tribeca, for example. That's a rather big one.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, I'm not expecting we will be winning, but I hope at least we will be streamed. That would be already more than silver or gold for me. That
Right.
would be
Yes.
already very, very good. Let's see. I mean, it, you never know, Sometimes you just hit the right spot with your film, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's another year, and the film festivals, they focus on different topics,
Oh,
and then
right.
you don't have a chance, no matter how good is your film, because
Right.
they are not focusing right now on these kind of topics.
Oh,
We will see what happens.
yes. Yes.
What I can tell you, it is a kind of film noir
Oh, how
film.
fun.
It's about a woman, and that woman wants to take over the life of another younger woman, because this older lady is not accepting that she's growing older and that
Mm-hmm.
she can't do the things anymore that she was used to do when she was younger. And
Mm-hmm.
it seems like her life was way better back then. And now she's
Hmm.
miserable and like kind of depressed and, yeah, not happy, at least. That's what I can tell. And she wants to take over that other woman's life and want to shine one more time, and if it's just a few minutes, and yeah, let's yeah, that's it. If you personally, if you want
Ooh.
to have a look at it, there is a website with the trailer. The trailer I'm allowed to show. It's called secondsineternity.com. And
Okay.
so yeah, if you are interested in that, feel free to have a look at it.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a little bit more explained, let's say. Yeah.
Mhm,
But at the
mhm.
end, it's a drama, yes. But at the end, it comes out with a life, very, very life affirming note. So
Oh, that's good.
we have a twist in it.
That's good. That's good. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you gave me that because I want to include it in the show notes.
Oh, sure,
So
sure.
so that
Yeah.
the people who are listening to our episode, which airs on May 21st, by the way,
Yes.
so that people who are listening to the episode can go and watch the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope until then I'm able to yeah, maybe there will be some laurels already or some awards already
Mhm.
on the page. I hope so.
Yes. Yes. Well, and also, if you get into some of the uh, film festivals, because there are a
Yeah,
lot of them around the world,
there are
uh,
really a lot.
yeah, uh, maybe you might find somebody who, even if it doesn't win any awards, wants to be the distributor for it.
I would be happy if I can find somebody because I believe that that film is more, uh, yeah, like more important than ever before because right now all of the society is a little bit divided.
Hmm.
It's left against right. In the US, it's Democrats against Republicans, and it's
Hmm.
always this versus that, no matter what it is. And I don't have a stance on it. I believe we need to overcome this to
Hmm.
be as a whole again. Yeah, we are all humans,
Yes.
no matter what race, no matter what
Right.
color, no matter where we live. We are humans, and and I believe my film or our film. It's not only my film, but it's a wonderful team with great people working on it. And I hope that this can, yeah, like a little bit stop the div division and unite, like
Yes.
focus
Yes.
on the important things, and that's yeah how we can live happily at the end. It's like this to me. It's important, and
Yes. Well, I
that's
think
it.
storytelling can help that, can help us
Yes,
understand each other better. So I love that mission of your little featurette.
yes,
And I hope that you do more of those too, eventually. I mean, I'm sure you're very busy doing your storytelling and
true.
advertising, but yes,
But these are passion. I mean, they are all passion
mm,
projects. I haven't learned to be a filmmaker. I mean, I did learn, but not in school. I'm
mm,
totally, I did that because I wanted to do that, because I
mm,
stopped doing what I've been doing because I wasn't happy. And I started being a filmmaker because I truly wanted to do that. So all of my projects are passion projects, and I'm not doing something for money alone. I mean, we all need to live, yeah,
yes.
understandable. We all need to pay our bills, yeah, I know. But I'm lucky to be able to choose who I want to work with. And I'm also lucky to be able to choose the projects I want to be involved in. And this was something
Yes.
that was brought to me. And when I read the idea, and when I've been diving into the idea and developing the script together with the other producer, yeah, I thought that was worth telling, and that's what I like to do. And so definitely there will be more.
There will
Yeah.
be more different kinds of stories that you're telling in
Yes.
different
Yeah.
ways.
Exactly.
Excuse me. Yes, yeah, storytelling is so important, and there are lots of ways that people tell stories. It's not just writers or filmmakers or theater people. My background's in theater.
Mhm.
But journalists tell stories, and you're right, advertising tells stories. And
We
I like that you're doing your niche. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah. No, no, no. But it's true what you said. Basically, we are all telling stories. I mean,
Mhm.
when you got to know your husband back then,
Mhm, mhm,
you've been telling a story. You needed to convince him, maybe, yeah, why you are the right one for him. And your
mhm,
husband also needed to convince you why
mhm.
he is the right one for you. So we are telling stories every day. Yeah, it's
That's
part of
right.
our DNA, maybe, yeah, of
Mm,
our character, of our life. So yeah,
mhm,
just we tell stories for different reasons. And most of the time, I think let's say the people who are not in that niche, like me as a filmmaker, or you've been with the theater, they don't
mhm,
even realize that they are telling a story when they are
mhm,
telling a story, because it's
mhm.
just very normal, right? It's
Right.
in your everyday life
Mhm.
what storytelling is. Yeah.
Yeah, humans been doing it since we've been humans.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh my goodness, this has been so much fun. Do you have anything else that you want to share with our listeners?
Oh, Um,
Take a moment.
not just now, not like from now, but I think you still wanted to ask me one question and where I interrupted you, and I'm sorry for that.
Oh, I don't remember. I
No?
don't
Okay,
remember.
good.
It doesn't matter then, because
It's
usually
okay.
the ones that I want to ask, I keep in my head while I'm trying to listen to you so that
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
ask you the question. Yes. Um, so I'm so glad that you contacted me, and I don't know how you found me, but this has been really fun, and I hope that you are
definitely.
successful and that your featurette gets accepted into some really great film festivals.
I hope the same, Lucinda. Thank you. I hope
Yes.
the same.
Yes. So, because we're coming up on the film festival time of year, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The thing is with the film festivals, there are many already that you can't send the film anymore. Also, a few big ones, like in New York, Rooftop, for example, is a very interesting film festival, but it's too late,
Mm,
unfortunately. Yeah, so you either need to wait until next year,
yes.
yeah, or what to do.
Yes.
Yeah, if the film is
Ye-
not yet ready, you can't yeah, submit it.
Yes. I kind of understand that because I'm working on my second novel, and it's sort of related to
Mhm.
things that are part of it is related
Yeah,
to things that are happening now, and so it's going at fits and starts, and
yeah,
there are all these writing contests that come up that
yeah,
I
yeah,
but my book's not ready yet. It
yeah, yeah,
probably won't be ready until maybe next year.
yeah. I
So,
totally understand that. Yeah,
right. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
thank you, Christian, so much. Now, I want to keep in touch with you because it
Please,
sounds
yes.
your work is so exciting. And I never thought of advertising as exciting, but yeah, that's really cool that you're looking at the needs of the company and the needs of the people who are consuming the products,
Yeah.
which is a new approach, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe for you because you haven't heard about it yet, but it's in my world, let's say like that, it's
Mhm.
pretty normal nowadays that you need to keep everything in mind and have
Mhm.
actually I think four extra pair of eyes, yeah, just to
Mm, mhm.
everything. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. Oh, that's so great. Well, thank you, Christian, for being my guest.
Thank you so much, Lucinda, for having me on your show. It was a pleasure.
Oh, it was a pleasure for me too.
I hope you enjoyed the show. If you like what you heard, please share it with a friend and give us a rating and or review on your favorite podcast app. It will help people find us. I I invite you to join my Patreon community at patreon.com/storypower, all one word. Or if you like, you can subscribe to Story Power on Apple Podcasts. It's my aim to build a community where we discuss the stories we love and talk about what we learned from them. I offer extra audio content and story suggestions to my patrons on both platforms. Remember, as Philip Pullman said, after nourishment, shelter, and companionship, stories are the thing we need most in the world. Let's spread the story love. Until next time, this is Lucinda Sage-Midgorden. Thanks for listening.